We are now recording, so I'm going to get started. So as I mentioned, today we're introducing your enhanced partner, Bedsonline, powered by TravelBound. So with the new combined group, I'm going to go over what the benefits are to working with us. So we've got 3 core benefits, having merged Trico Holidays, GTA, which is the parent company of TravelBound, and Hotel Beds Group, which is the parent company of Bedsonline. So the core benefits are going to be new, robust customer product offering, total account management, and enhanced user experience. And I'm going to go through what each of those mean to you. So to start off first with product offering, this is a snapshot of what's gone on in the last year. So we've produced over 50 million room nights in 195 countries. We have over 12,000 activities and 22,000 transfer routes. We have 170,000 hotels, of which 110,000 are directly contracted. And we'll go over a bit more what all that means in the coming slides. Now, total account management, this is a really great one. So we've decided a different way to break down accounts to make sure you're getting the most support possible. So we've got a regional manager whose name is Tommy Ryder. He actually comes from the TravelBound side. And I know you guys utilize TravelBound a bit more than you did the original Bedsonline platform. So it's great to kind of see where the bits and pieces are coming from TravelBound and what's remained the same on the Bedsonline platform, and we will highlight those throughout this presentation. So we have a national account manager who oversees the consortia level, which it will be travel leaders for you, and that's going to be Amanda Spencer-Hill. She comes from the Bedsonline legacy side. We have strategic account managers, which they oversee the partnership with the owners, so they're more of the contract negotiators. We've got sales managers who they target the brick and the mortars and the travel agencies, which they go and visit throughout territories. And then we have sales executives who work on the agent level and manage host accounts. So I'm your account manager. My name is Krista Moses. You should all by now have my contact details. If you don't, I'll make sure Wendy passes those along. But I'm here for absolutely anything you need. If you have questions, if you want to know more about the product, if you're just still not getting it after this presentation, please utilize me. I am here for your success. So now we're going to talk about the enhanced user experience and really kind of the before, which is what you were getting solely based on the TravelBound side and what you're getting after as the combined platform. So let's first discuss filters. Filters are really how you narrow down our vast amount of product, right? We're going to spit all of that information out towards you, and filters are really how you kind of narrow it down. So if you were a TravelBound user before, you were only used to about 2 filters. You had category and area. Now on the new platform, you're going to have more than 20 filters. This is a game changer, ladies and gentlemen, and I know filters are kind of where like everybody has them, but we've got some really good ones. So of course you've got your star category, your room and board, areas and points of interest, customer reviews, which are those TripAdvisor integrated reviews, and many more. One of my favorite, and it's kind of highlighted here in that circle, you see right here, it's got close to. This is one of my favorites here. You can actually type in any address. You can type in any airport location, any monument, and it's going to refilter all of our hotels based on closest to furthest, and it's actually going to tell you how far away it is. We'll do this live when we actually hop onto the website, but that is a great filter option for you to utilize. Now, ranking. So how are we showing you our product? You type in a city and you're getting a whole ton of information thrown at you. So before, there was actually no specific rhyme or reason. We would just produce whatever produced, and we expected you to be able to kind of navigate and find what you were looking for. Now you're going to see a specific algorithm in place kind of behind the scenes that produces a, when it's first displayed, it's going to be based on our suggested order. So Bedsonline gives you a new suggested order, which takes into consideration content, TripAdvisor user reviews, star category, our guarantees, our best and top sellers, key products. We've got our top areas in there, stop sale ratios, so what product is available and when, searches, what's been searched more frequently, values, so what are you getting for the amount of money you're spending, competitiveness ratios, and more. So this is really advanced. We are making sure that we are giving you top product to choose from, which is going to save you time and energy as you're combing through. On the travel bound side, you were used to about 55,000 hotels, and now you're getting close to 177,000. So we are tripling the inventory that you're used to. So having this specific algorithm in place is really going to benefit you as you're combing through all of that additional product. So multiple languages. Before we only had English, and now we have over 14 languages to choose from on the drop-down menu. So your accounts are obviously all going to be set up with English, but should you know multiple languages or find it easier to communicate, or if you want to send a hotel fact sheet in Spanish to a Spanish client, or if you are speaking with a French client from Canada, you are able to do so. So just know that it's up in the top left-hand corner. It's kind of highlighted here. You'll be able to find those. It'll switch the account over into that specific language. You can pull the information you need for your client and then easily switch it back. So cross-selling. And I always like to highlight this because we know we're here in the field to make money. And you've got so many options out there, and sometimes we get into the routine of just selling maybe a cruise package, or we get into the routine of selling maybe an airline ticket in a hotel. And we forget that we have the capability through all of our suppliers to really put together packages. And the more products you add, truly the more money you make. And I hope you all take that into consideration, because as you continuously add, if you add a transfer in there, you're usually making about 15% more on that overall total than if you weren't. And if you add an activity in there, we see the increases up towards 35%. So again, that's just putting more money back into your pocket. So cross-selling is a big thing. Before cross-selling, you would kind of have to cherry pick. You would pick your product, you would confirm it, and then you would go back and you would get another product. We're doing it a bit differently now. So on the Bedsonline platform, you've got a cart functionality. Really, really fantastic. So this cart functionality allows you to pull multiple products as well as multiple destinations and put them into one cart. So it puts it in one record locator. Your client gets one voucher and it's one price, a bundled price. Now we give you about 30 minutes to do this. And if you need more time, we understand that. You can confirm what you've already got in your cart. Then you can simply go back to that reservation, edit, and continuously put more things in there. Really fantastic, especially when you're starting in that building your own FIT packages. Now here's a snapshot that you can see where we've actually integrated a cross-selling tool directly in the cart. This, ladies and gentlemen, is just a time saver, okay? We're in the business to save you time. Our entire platform is agent specific. We only sell to travel agents. And so everything here was built with you in mind. So as you can see here, it says add accommodation, add a transfer, add an activity, and add a car. So it already had a hotel in there, but you could see you could search and add additional. If you were to utilize that add transfer, it would already pull that information from the hotel and so forth. When we hop onto the website after this, you'll be able to see this in full form. So the vouchers, this is really important, right? So what you're disclosing to your client. Before, on the travel bound side, things were a little wonky. It was very hard to read the data. I mean, as you can see from here, it's just not a clean cut direct voucher. Your client's now going to be getting a new, easy to read, displayed remarks and inclusions. You've got your special requests on there. We can customize it with your agency logo, which is really important. We want to highlight you, not ourselves. So by all means, I'll make sure to touch base with Wendy to get that covered for you. But this is a really great for your clients to see your logo, to see all the information very clear and displayed easily. So there's more. If you're not convinced already, there's a lot more. So this is our portfolio in numbers. We've got very widespread. Some people are like, are you just in Europe? Are you in US? What do you guys specialize in? And I can easily say we specialize in the world. We are all over the place. So we've got about 50,000 of our properties spanning across the Americas. We've got 80,000 around Europe and Middle East. And then we've got 40,000 covering Asia Pacific. Now we've got all types of properties ranging from budget to luxury. We have the vacation homes and villas, hostels. We've got the bed and breakfast, apartments, condos, and the boutique hotels. As you can see, based on the properties by category, so star category, of course, we've got a few of those ones. You can see it's the smallest. Some twos, we've got bulk of the threes. We've got a great amount of our 4-star properties, and then 5-star, and then of course our apartments and hostels. We are backed by every trusted global brand out there. And what's fantastic is as we continue this merger, we've literally taken 3 giant forces, put them together, and we've got all of the employees on the back end doing that as well. So for sales, I'm a part of a team of 35, so 35 account managers that cover Canada and North America. And we've got over 2,000 across the globe product managers, so the ones that are going out and actually contracting these properties. Now, I want to explain a difference between buyers and sellers. And so in the beginning, I told you that out of the 177,000, we directly contract 110,000 of those. That's very important to know because one, it's pricing, right? We have the most aggressive pricing because we're out there negotiating our own contracts. And the only people taking a slice of that pie is a very small margin on our end, and then your commission. We're passing all the savings on to your client. The other key benefit of directly contracting your own properties is customer service. There's no additional middlemen going through having to get that query answered, whether that be a name change or understanding what bedding is in the room, or if we're having to change dates, or even if you're looking to go on a personal trip yourself and you're wanting to know if we can extend any agent discounts. Having the direct connection with our partners, our hotel partners, truly allows us the benefit of doing all of the above quickly and seamlessly. Additionally speaking, as you can see here on the last line, we plan to add 26,000 new properties over the next 3 years. So this is a really fantastic option for you. It's our accommodation comparison report. This is a tool in which it allows you to compare up to 4 properties at a time. It's amazing. I love it. As you can see here, you can save it as a PDF. You can print it directly from the website. You can send it by email, and that can include prices or not. So if you're just wanting to send them simply a fact sheet or a comparison of the different properties, but you don't want to allude to what the pricing is yet, you don't have to. Or if you want to actually include multiple room types, you could as well. We have over 35 different criteria to choose from. Everything ranging from, is free Wi-Fi included? Is there free parking? Is there a resort fee? Is this handicapped accessible? Is this pet friendly? All of these really great things that normally would take you lots of time to research, we've done the research for you. As you can see here, it's got really valuable data such as year of construction, year of most renovation. You can see here it's even been tagged with a refurbished banner right there, which is wonderful. You can even see here wired internet, free, and then here doesn't disclose. So there's probably going to be a fee for that there. It also tells the number of rooms or whether there's air conditioning in the rooms, which is great for Europe. What's really wonderful about this as well is you can change the location of these. It's going to put them all on a map for your client. It's going to say how close they are to major points of interest. Again, very valuable when you're trying to get your client to, narrow down their choices. Now, from now until the end of the year, so we are knees deep in the migration. It's pretty much live as far as everything on the agent-facing side. So you will see the brand new website with the dual logo. You have all of the inventory at your fingertips. Some of the things that are going on the back end is we are merging accounts over from TravelBound onto the Bedsonline platform. And our contracting team is actually doing what's called contract unification. So we've got 3 massive companies. Everybody had their own contracts, and now we need to make them one. What that means for you is we're going into these meetings with much larger buying power and stronger negotiation skills at this point. So pricing should be getting even better as the year continues. Now, one of the biggest things that the contracting team is focusing on during this contract unification phase is aligning room names with the actual hotel's room names. And this is, if I had a dime for every time I heard this from an agent, and I understand why, because you are trying to be as transparent as possible to your client, right? You're trying to disclose exactly what you're selling to them. And it's hard when we've got something like this where it says double standard. And you're like, Krista, there's no double standard on the hotel's website. So what we've done in the meantime, as we are going through and trying to align those names, is we've got expanded room descriptions. So if you click on that room name, in this case, it's that double standard, you're going to see an actual photograph of the room. Really important, absolutely important, because you're able to show that to your client. So here it says you're either going to get 1 king bed or 2 double beds. Now, I know for those of you who are trying to lock in a bedding type, if it's in the room name, we guarantee it. If it's not in the room name, we can absolutely go to our hotel partner and request that on your behalf. Additionally, you can request it through in the remarks to the hotel, and I'll show you where you'll find that a bit later. So if you are an Excel person, this is definitely not me, but if you love Excel and you'd like to export all of our search data to an Excel sheet and you find it easier to flip through and find out the room type you want, maybe you like reading that better than a visual, you could do so by simply clicking on Export to Excel right over here. It's going to take all that data, every room type, the price, and so forth, and it'll put it into a sheet such as this here. We also have favorites. This is, again, a time saver. So if you focus on Disney properties, or if you have a specific hotel in Rome that you choose every time because you know that it's in a perfect location, the price is just right, it's been recently renovated. If you add these to your favorites, right there you'll see it in the by a star logo. It's going to break it down in areas, and it's just a time saver. You click on the hotel, you put in your dates, and you've got all of it there. No typing, not having to go to Rome first and then to find your hotel. If you've already saved it, again, just a time saver for you. Now, this is a big one. The book now, pay later with no deposits, okay? I'm sure all of your eyes have perked up to this one and you're listening a little bit better now. This is really fantastic. Because we've got those direct contracts with all of our hotel partners, it allows us the ability to literally confirm any of our products as long as it's not non-refundable. And as long as it's not checking in within 72 hours, you can book any of our properties or any of our products and pay for it later. We do not take any credit card information. We don't take a single penny. You do choose the Book Now, Pay Later button at the bottom, and it's going to give you your booking number. We fully confirm it. We lock it in at that price, and we give you a payment deadline date. If you do not pay for that payment deadline date, we will automatically cancel the booking for you, so you're never stuck with a bill. Now, I tell all of my agents and my partners, guys, use this as much as possible, okay? Our inventory is live. What you see is what you get. However, it can change at any given moment, okay? We've got over 65,000 agencies that work with us and are browsing our inventory at any given time. That means it could possibly, the price could change, or it could not be there at a later time. If you're utilizing that comparison sheet and sending quotes off to your client, save all 4 of those hotels. Save them, book them already. You can go back in and cancel those off. You are our partner and we're your partner. So we're extending this benefit to you. We simply ask, if you do not need the inventory, please cancel it before that deadline date so somebody else has the opportunity to purchase. Otherwise, use it as much as possible. It's a really great feature. Okay, so transfers. We've talked a lot about the hotel product that we offer. Now let's discuss a little bit of our transfers. So as I mentioned, we have over 22,000 routes, okay, from and to every major airport, port, or train station. And all of those are designated with a great little icon, which is fantastic if you're not as familiar with the area. You could do shared, shuttle, private, adapted, VIP. So we've got limo service as well. And of course, you can add extra luggage. One of the best things that we've done, and if we were sitting in a room together, I would ask show of hands who's been burned by a transfer before, because if you've been in the industry long enough, it's easier than we all want to admit. However, we've done something to try and mitigate that. Bedsonline, powered by TravelBound, we've got an internal slogan called "No Client Left Behind." So we've created a website called checkpickup.com. Please write that down if you've got the ability to. It's called checkpickup.com. There's a little screenshot of it right here. So your client puts in their date, their last name, and their booking number, which is the voucher number you would give to them. They would click enter, and it would bring them to basically a live snapshot of what they've booked with you. It's going to reconfirm pickup location. It's going to reconfirm who the supplier is. It's going to give local phone numbers. It's going to tell them exactly what time to meet and where. It's going to have updated information as far as if you've given us a flight, has that flight been delayed, and so forth. This has really diminished the amount of mismeets that we've had, and it's been pivotal in the success of our transfers. So please write that website down. It's a great utilization of just giving your client that extra bit of security. So activities, the fun stuff, okay? We've got over 12,000 activities, and this is growing rapidly. We've signed several deals since this has actually been made, so it's well over the 12,000 mark. We've got everything from the hop-on, hop-offs, skip the line at the museums. We just signed a big deal with New York City, so we're offering every major theater ticket, fantastic seats included in that. We've got cooking classes, water sports. We've got sports in general. We did sell the Olympics when it was available in the past, and I believe we'll be bringing the Olympics back on as one of our products. We've got just lots of options. One of the biggest things we've focused on in the last year is major cruise ports and destinations. We want to offer shore excursions, and so you'll see thousands of new shore excursions added to the inventory as well. And this just goes back to putting more money in your pocket, right? Setting yourself separate from the rest of your competition. If you are selling those cruises, which I'm not sure if that fits in your repertoire, but if you are, adding a shore excursion just helps you lock in, again, more money, gives your client that wow factor, and you're saving your client money, because we all know as soon as they get on the boat, they're going to probably be paying about 3 times the amount. Now, much like that checkpickup.com we have for the transfers, we also have a white label website, which we can provide to each of you. It gives live inventory and live pricing. However, it does not allow your client to actually book It redirects them to book back with you. However, the key benefit of this is, again, saving you time, right? Because let's face it, I don't even know what I want to do until I see it. So to have an agent tell me multiple options can be daunting at times and really laborsome. It takes a lot of effort to sell activities. And so what we kind of get in the habit of doing is choosing our small handful of ones that we like and we know, and we only sell those. And you're just kind of missing out on all of the really great other things we have to offer. So having that white label accessible is really great tool for you. Now, another great feature of that is it gives you live inventory up until day of. And I have to stress that, day of. Now, what's so fantastic about that is, in recent studies, we've shown that over 65% of activities or those fun things to do are actually booked in destination. That's a huge portion that we're missing out on, ladies and gentlemen. So by giving your client this white label, they can actually be sitting in Rome and say, oh, I've got a free afternoon. Let's see what's available. They're still saving lots of money because it's still wholesale prices, right? The price will include your commission. However, they still can't book it themselves. They have to go back to you. So you'll never wind up missing a sale if you utilize that product. Okay, so customer-friendly receipts. This gives the breakdown for you that has the commission, and for your client, it gives them an overview of what they purchased with that all-inclusive price. And then this is kind of our final note here. You've got an entire team to support your business on the back end. We've got over 40 years backing us, and you've got an entire plethora of people helping to make you succeed and working with us. So starting from our client relationship centers, which we actually, as of last Monday, opened up a brand new call center here locally of 25 agents to help support the migration process. So not only do we have 17 customer service centers globally, but now this brand new one specifically for you, which nobody else in the world can access. So we'll make sure you guys get that phone number. We also have, in merging all these three companies together, we've realized how pivotal customer service is. And this really is, and for any sales manager, they'll tell you, I can't do my job without those guys. They are the ones that, under pressure, are making sure that your client is taken care of. So we've separated our escalations team. Before, they used to wear multiple hats, and they would, work on the rest of the stuff. And when an emergency came, they would drop that and they would hop onto that emergency, which, at the time it worked, but it wasn't great. In combining all three companies together, we decided we wanted to separate the escalations team and make them their own. And so they are actually under our VIP manager, Michelle Pena, who comes from the Tarico side. So this is, again, us plugging in all of our people, our key pieces from every company. And it's really just going to be a wow factor to take care of all of you. So then we've got our marketing team. So marketing is going to be really great in kind of telling you all the latest products we've been adding to our shelves. It's going to let you know if we've got any current running promotions. It's going to just send you lots of valuable videos or how-tos. From now until the end of the year, we're going to be doing webinars to kind of just continuously acclimate everybody to the new website and all the new features that we're going to be rolling out from now until then. So definitely tons of things to help you succeed in your business. We've got our product optimization team. So those are the guys that are going out and contracting. We've got our finance team, which takes care of all of your commissions and making sure you're paid on time. We've got our transfers, activities, and car rental experts. And those guys are the ones that are going out and making sure we've got not only the coolest inventory and all of those great wow factor options for your clients, but they're making sure the prices are competitive. And then you've got me. I'm here again just to make sure you succeed. So please utilize all of us to really make you flourish. So connect with us on Facebook. We're going to go ahead now and hop onto the website. If we have any questions now, feel free to ask, or if you'd rather wait until after we delve into the website, completely up to you. I'm open for either. let's just check the chat real quick, make sure we don't have any chat. Let's see here. Okay, so nobody's utilized the chat yet and no questions so far. So we'll go ahead and continue. So this is what the website's going to look like when you log on. We've got the dual brand right here. So Bedsonline is powered by TravelBound. You can utilize this as a home button. So if you're navigating through the website and you want to get back to this page, simply clicking on that logo will bring you back here. We've got our regular customer support line. So this customer support line will either bring you to our sales team, it'll bring you to our normal customer support queries, and it'll bring you to our emergency support. Now, what's great is on every voucher that your client's given, they're going to get a local support number, they'll get the supplier's number, and they're going to get that emergency on the spot line as well. So your client will have all of that information, and for now you can also utilize that number, and I'll make sure Wendy gets that new number to the office that we just opened. Here's where you can change the languages. You could also change the currency. Here it's going to show you your account and your account's name. I'm a user admin, so I have this button here, which you won't have. We'll make sure Wendy's set up with that. It just basically allows you to add and remove agents. And then we've got our tabs here. So we've got our notification center, which this is going to let you know lots of information. So we're going to put in there any new updates we've made to the website. We're also going to put in there anything that would affect your clients. So if we have a force majeure due to the hurricanes, we're going to put it in there. If we've got an earthquake going on or a tsunami or anything that's going to impact your client, you'll be notified in this tab here. Always trying to keep you ahead of any problems that would potentially come. We've got our favorites tab here. This is the one that we kind of went over, and I'll just click on that to show you it in its full form. You just be able to click on this guy, and it'll take you right to the hotel fact card, which you can email to your client, print off, or save as a PDF. And this would have all of the details. And then you could simply search for your dates here. Just, again, makes your life very quick, simple, and easy. You click on that logo, and it's going to bring you back to the main portion here. Now, this here are bookings. That's where all of your bookings will be held, and I'll show you a little bit more on that when we actually create a booking together. And then here's our cart functionality. Now here's our products. We've got our accommodations, our activities, our transfers, and our ski and mountain. If you hover over accommodation, you've got search availability, which is going to be this box right here. You're actually searching for specific dates and what's available. You've got your hotel list, which is if you're looking, does Bedsonline carry this product? Do they have this hotel? It may be sold out, it may not, but I just want to know if they have it. You'd be able to look right there. And then we've also broken out our Florida homes. Now, Florida homes, you'll be able to find them in the availability section as well. We've got our search availability, our ski and extras, and then our packages and our extras. So we'll go ahead and do a search here. But before so, I just want to show you quickly down here. We've got a quick little manage my bookings tab here. You've got your check location of our properties, hotels for this month, and then we've got some promotions running on down here. Always take a peek at that. I mean, it's good to just know. If you do frequent searches, you can click on our last searches here, which it'll break it up by hotels or destinations and zones. Just makes it easy for you to be able to choose or go back if you've been looking at things and you're like, oh, I don't remember what hotel I was looking for. If you do that, it'll show you, which is really wonderful. So I'll go ahead and click Orlando. Now, as you see, two boxes came up. We've got our suggested hotels on one side, and then we've got our destinations and our zones on the other. I always say, and again, this goes because we have a great filtration process, always start with the one that's got the teardrop. This is the main city. So Orlando, you'd be able to still narrow it down with all of these guys, on the main search. So I suggest always start on the main one. So we're going to choose Orlando. We'll go ahead and choose a weekend in November here for 3 nights. You are able to book up to 10 rooms at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need anything more than 10 rooms, please reach out to me. We'll contact the hotel on your behalf. We'll ask if we can keep the FIT rate, and we'll get a stamp of approval for whatever amount of rooms you need. If we do it sneakily or behind the hotel's back, they do have the option to deny that and cancel the booking. So I don't want that to happen to any of you. Please reach out to me if you ever need more than 10 rooms, okay? This product for packaging, always keep it checked. We've got certain contracts that require opaque visibility for the rates, but since we're selling that directly to you and you're selling it to your client, that's taken care of. We just need to showcase it in our system like this contractually. So we'll hit search. Okay. So we've got 365 hotels in the Orlando area, starting from $113. Ladies and gentlemen, this $113 covers all 3 nights and your commission. Okay, so that's on average starting at $30 a night. Pretty incredible, right? Here is that crazy export to Excel. Again, not me, but if that's you, bingo, this is where you'll be able to find it. As I mentioned, we've got our suggested here. So it's always based on suggested first, which has that specific algorithm, right? So as you can see here, we've even designated these first guys with our stamp of approval for our top properties. But you can also do it based on star category, price, or TripAdvisor reviews. We've got this currently showing in a list format, but you can also do map over here. You can type in a hotel name. So let's just go ahead and type in Hilton. And it's showing 26 hotels in Orlando that have Hilton in the name. But if you want to go back to the main search, you just click out of that and it'll bring us back to our original search of the 365 hotels. We've got our board here, our star category. Here are those zones. So those sub-cities, now you can start narrowing it down here. Or if you wanted to go ahead and put in an address, you'd be able to do so here. Amazing. This is, you know, if you want your clients to be closest to the Eiffel Tower, or if they're going for a destination wedding and have to be closest to a venue or a sporting event, they want to be closest to the stadium. All of these things are capable so easily by just simply utilizing this one filter option. We've also pre-done some attractions here, which will do the same thing. It'll put them as close to that as possible. We've got our establishment profiles, customer reviews, amenities, accommodations. I'm about to show you guys some really great information, so I hope you're all paying attention. We are not in the business of saving your clients money. However, we are in the business of giving your clients value, okay? So as your account manager, the first thing I want to instill is having you guys all look at our discounts and our promotions first when you're searching a city. Unless your client is hell-bent on one property specifically, please search what's going on in a local city first. So as you can see here, we've got our discounts, so early booking discount, long stay discount, product for packaging. We've got our promotions here, so board upgrade applied, free Wi-Fi. We've got lots of times where our hotels are saying, book 3 nights, get your 4th night free. All of these things you should be looking at first. We also have our top hotels here. Chain, you could do a budget toggler here so your clients can stay within budget. And then we've got those vacation rentals. So I first just want to show you this. If we were going to select all, and just do it based off of discounts, I'm going to show you what you're looking at here. So this one's got 7% discount. You see this little green triangle in the corner? Long stay discount. This one, 20% off, early booking discount. If you come down here, you'll see we've got more and more. So 15% off, early booking discount, 50% off, okay? The Leaky Tiki Resorts offering 50% off for a long stay discount. All of these should be where you're going first, okay? So we'll deselect that. Now let me show you what we're looking at here in front of us. So first, maybe we have a question. Nope, not yet. Okay. So we show you one room first, or one room type, one room price, always the cheapest. And if you hover over that price as I am now, you're going to see the average per night is the $73.57, and it's giving a breakdown of each of the room or of the nights. This is great if your clients are flexible, because some hotels have peak nights and dip nights, and this is a way that you could save your clients money. Additionally, here it's going to show you your commission. So my commission is set up for 14%, and you can see that I'd be making $30.82 if I were to book this. Now, if you want to see more prices and boards, you simply click on this below, and it'll give you a drop down with all of our options here. Now, you've got free cancellation here, or you've got cancellation fees on the shopping cart. So I'm going to just give you a little inside scoop because I care about you. I'm your account manager, and I'm going to tell you some things to look out for. So do you see how this here has a check mark? There's 3 ways in which we work with our hotel partners. One is a direct contract. They give us a price, they give us dates, and they give us inventory. And that's going to be this guy here, the check mark, a direct contract. Then we work with the hotels through directly connecting into their system. They give us inventory, a percentage off of their published rates. Whenever their rates change, our rates change. They have control over this contract, and that's going to be designated by this sign here. Additionally, as I mentioned, from now until the end of the year, we're bringing all 3 companies' product together into one, right? We're doing that contract unification, which will mean more of these guys and less of these guys. So this sign shows when we're directly connected into the hotel, and also when we're directly connected to one of our other partners. Now, the vast majority is going to be direct contracts. Remember, we had over 110,000 of those. But if you are to see this little gear here, it means that they're a little less flexible. You can't make as many changes with them as that we're not controlling them directly. Now, I say from now until the end of the year, reach out to me if you're getting any pushback from that from the team, because if this is one of Tarico Holidays products, or if this is one of Travelbound's original products, we would be able to be a bit more flexible. Okay, so you've got your room types here. Remember, we were talking about double standard, and we're like, oh, Krista, that doesn't match up with what is on the hotel's website. If you click on the double standard here, oh, well, this one shows a bathroom, but it should show a few more pictures of the room. But it'll tell you here you're getting a king bed or 2 queen beds, and these are the amenities included. Now, if you're not sure what RO stands for, you hover over it. It's room only. BB stands for bed and breakfast. You've got your map here, so it's going to put this hotel on a map for you and tell the distance to major points of interest. You've got more images of the hotel. There's that wonderful bathroom again. You've got description, and then we've got our TripAdvisor reviews. And these reviews are updated every 2 hours. Now, remember that comparison tool that I showed you? Here it is right here. Okay, so go ahead and we're going to click on this one, and you can actually compare up to 4 at a time. So we'll choose 4 here. Let's see, we'll get one of these guys with the discount. And down here, you choose compare. It's going to open up a separate window. Okay, so you'd be able to now move these guys around. You've got your pictures here. You've got the name, star category, if it's part of one of those groups. It's got the address, TripAdvisor reviews there, and all of this great information. If you wanted to get rid of, I don't care about a garage or an indoor heated pool, we're going to Orlando. Who needs to know about billiards? You can remove that as well. You can see here Wi-Fi, we've got free, but oh, if I go here, it's an extra charge. You know, these are deal breakers for your clients sometimes. Up here, that modified criteria, this is where I said we had over 35 options. So you can see here's for the disabled friendly home or rooms, excuse me. You could see number of floors, all these different things that you can choose from in here. Now, coming down here, you'll see them all placed on a map within the city. You've got major points of interest, and then here are your rooms, okay? So if you wanted to add a different rate than this, you'd be able to go to add rates. It'll give all the options here. And see how we're showing 3 left? As I mentioned, all of our inventory is live. Once we get to 5 rooms or less, we tell you here. So and this is indicating only 3 rooms left. So if you want it, buy it. And we'll go ahead and we'll choose that here and we'll add the rate to the comparison. So you'll see you've got 2 now. You can either keep both or you can exit out of the original one and you've just got the 1. So really fantastic tool for you. This is also showing your client that they're getting an extra 5% off. Now up here, you can send it by email. So it would come from your email address. You can add multiple recipients' emails by separating it with a comma. You can change the subject title and what the filler is of the email, and then here you can choose to include prices or not. So again, very valuable tool. Once you're done, you just go delete and back to results, or you could go back to results and those hotels would still remain highlighted. And now we'll go ahead and make a booking together, and then we'll open the floor for questions. So let's go ahead and choose the Avanti here. So I'll do this double standard room only. Let's click and see if this guy has our good pictures. All right, so we've got a bathroom here, but we also have additional pictures of the room. So as you can see, you know, it's a big effort that we're trying to put in there to be as transparent as possible when you're choosing your products. So we'll add this to our cart. Okay, so here you're going to see a countdown of 30 minutes. The reason we give you 30 minutes is because of our live inventory. We are holding that product for you for 30 minutes. So we're guaranteeing the space and we're guaranteeing the price. Now, if you need more time than that, as I suggested, confirm the booking and then you can go back in, edit it, and continue working on it after the fact. So here it's going to tell you what you've put in here, and then you've got your cart function up here as well. You can always hover over it and it allows you to delete product or empty it altogether, which is great if you're working throughout the website and not just here inside of the cart. But it's giving you your dates here. Here's your hotel request. So if you want to say anything to the actual hotel, this is where you would put it. So you could do, oh, it's their honeymoon, or they would prefer a non-smoking room, or they have a late arrival, or they want to be on ground floor, or you can simply type in anything to the actual hotel right here. The remarks, this is super important, ladies and gentlemen, remarks right here. This is where it's going to disclose if there's anything else due at time of check-in. So here it says that our rates are for individual leisure travelers and don't apply to conventions. The hotel reserves the right to reject such bookings that are part of a convention housing program. It then says this is one double estimated total amount of taxes fees for this booking is $40.50 payable on arrival. So that's either a resort fee that covers the 3 nights, or that's some sort of tax that they're doing on top. Most of our bookings include all taxes and fees, but this is absolutely a place where you'd have to disclose that to your client. It's also going to be on the voucher. So just note with this one, you would be doing an additional $40 at check-in. Here's the cancellation charges. So it's free to cancel up until just prior to midnight on the 5th. Anything after is going to charge $74.75. Here it's also telling you you're getting that discount. So if we showed the details of this, it was that special discount from these dates. And so you're getting an extra $35.88 off of that booking. And then here's that integrated package builder right here. So we start off with our accommodation, and you could always add more, but if we wanted to add a transfer, we've already got our hotel right here, the Avanti. And then if you hover over this, you could choose, is it from the Orlando airport, Miami? Are we going from the Sanford, Tampa? Are we going from the harbors here? Then you could either choose round trip or one way. And we've got our shared shuttle express minibus. So for 2 people round trip, it's $90. You could see more details on this, or if you want to see more options, you could do so. So you see here, we've got our private luxury sedan. We've got it in Spanish and in Portuguese, and we've got our SUVs. We've got a minibus. So lots of different options for you. You could add that there and create a package. Same goes for activities. If we click on the activities, so it's already got our Orlando, Florida as the destination, and it's got our dates to choose from here. Those were the original dates. Again, that could be modified if you wanted to go up here to our activities. So you could go and search there and search for different dates, or you could utilize these. If you wanted to see more activities, you could. You could even do by activity type here. The adults, if you want just one or both, or you could go to all of our activities, which I'm going to just take you to the page here. So you could type in the name if you were searching for a name. We've got all these different activity types. So is it a theme park? Or are you looking for an outdoor activity, sightseeing, or museums? Is it for adults only, seniors, families? Are you looking for a half-day excursion, full day? So forth. And then you'd be able to choose. If you click on any of these, you'd be able to get the fact sheet, and you could email it to your clients, same as we did for the hotel. And then we can just choose one of these. Let's see here. We'll choose the Orlando Eye. We'll choose it for the 11th. And then we can book. As you can see here, we now have 2 things in our cart. So you could always, again, delete if you wanted to. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and fill in our passengers' details. So you can either do the lead passenger, so the main person on the reservation, or you could do all data for all passengers. This is great if you've got multiple people showing up at different times. We'll do test. You can copy this to all services. Agency reference, this is specifically for you guys. So whether you want to put your name, this is the only time we disclose that is for commission payouts. So you can do it as a reference number or put your name or your client's name, whatever is easiest for you. This is your agency reference. Our first booking promotion is that right there. This is the code. So write this down first. You get $25 for that. And then if you scroll down here, you've got the breakdown of what you've received. So I'm making 14% on my hotel, 14% on that attraction. So this is my total. Here's your payment deadline date. You accept and read the general terms and cancellation policies, and then you can choose book now, pay later. And this is what it would look like, ladies and gentlemen. You've got your booking number right here. This is what it looks like. Some numbers, a dash, and some more numbers. It's going to reiterate the agency reference. Here's your cancellation charges date. Here's your payment deadline date. And then you've got your pro forma and your receipt. So one's for you, one's for your client. As soon as you pay for this booking, you'll get your voucher. You take this booking over here, take that booking number, and you go up to my bookings. And you put it in there and you search for it. You've got it right down here. Now, here's a box where you can do it based on booking confirmation, cancellation charges, all these different parameters to search your bookings. You could search for up to 30 days at a time in increments of 30 days. And you could export your data to Excel right there as well. And here it's showing that it's still pending payments. And you've got all that same information here. This is where you get your vouchers and your pro formas. If you'd like to modify, so say we now want to add a transfer to this booking. If you click on the modify, you can cancel, modify, cancel. This is saying we can't modify this ticket. It would be a cancel rebook situation. And look, it's here, add more products to this booking. So you could add another accommodation, tickets, transfers, or if you wanted to modify your reference number, you could do so there. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel the modification. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do it. I'm gonna go ahead and open the floor now to questions. Feel free to, if you don't want to utilize the chat functionality, feel free. Oh, I do see Dee has some chats. Can we pull up other agents' bookings? Wendy, I'm going to make you a super user, so you as a super user can pull up anybody's bookings. However, I've got everyone set up as branches, so they're only going to see their own. However, if we do need to make everybody see each other's, we do have an ability to switch that on, but you and I can talk about that offline and set up the agency however is easiest. D, you've got, can you change the distance to miles versus kilometers? Great question. You cannot. However, it has been brought up to the product optimization team, and it's something that we're working on. Our headquarters is in Palma, and so they think us guys over here in the U.S. should just deal with it. But I'm just with you, Dee. I would prefer to have it in miles. Let's see, having to put the product in the shopping cart to see restrictions and fees, will that ever be able to be checked? So the majority of that will be on the actual room types. You should be able to see the fees. The reason right now you're seeing more of it as the check in the, once we put it to the cart, is because we're still working on getting all of those contracts under one housing umbrella. So you will see bulk of it in that search, that initial search transaction, and you'll see fewer and fewer that require that cart functionality. Anyone else? We do pay commissions twice a month, and we're setting up direct deposit for your agency. So we'll be direct depositing that into headquarters account, and they'll disperse. Let's see. We also have, which will be coming back, we removed it for our launch as we're tweaking it, but we will have what's called an admin fee tab. It's normally right up here by currency up in the top left-hand corner. So it will be coming back. Basically, the tool allows you to make more money. So you're set up for your base commission, and then you'd be able to either put a monetary value or you'd be able to put an additional commission percentage. Now, once that is back up and running, I'll make sure to let Wendy know. It's a very valuable tool because it'll also allow you to dip into that. So if you're trying to remain competitive and you realize that you're looking everywhere and your reservation is $10 more expensive than anybody else out there, you'd be able to reduce the reservation by $10 by giving up and forfeiting $10 of your commission. Now, of course, I would always want you to make as most money as possible, but we also want to keep the sale at times. So that tool allows you to fluctuate depending on what you and your client need. Additionally, by the end of the month, we're going to be implementing a multiple credit card functionality. You'll be able to pay with up to 10 credit cards either at a time or 10 separate payments. So this is great if you were wanting to collect a deposit from your client, or if you were wanting to break up that one payment into multiple smaller payments. Again, just giving you flexibility and your client flexibility. Any other questions? All right, everyone. Well, looks like our hour, we went all the way up until the very last minute here. I'm going to go ahead and stop. I'm going to stop recording.